In LA this week.
We go inside the LAPD's soon-to-be-opened Harbor Division Jail. I'm Gil Reyes with more on how this facility is expected to improve public safety in the South Bay.
I'm Anna Margos. What are hundreds of people doing sitting outside on lounge chairs, on picnic blankets with picnic baskets? Well, it's the Silver Lake Picture Show movie screening series, and that's coming up.
I'm Saida Pagan at City Hall, and I'll tell you how the Los Angeles City Council is hoping to address the problem of gender pay inequity in the world of sports. I'll have that story coming right up.
Hey everyone, I'm Yana Kay. Here's what's happening on LA this week. After years sitting idly, an LAPD jail will soon open with the necessary staff to operate it. Gil Reyes takes us inside and explains how patrols in the harbor area could be impacted.
It's finally happening. Nearly 10 years after its construction, the LAPD's Harbor Division Jail in San Pedro is preparing for its long overdue opening.
As a matter of fact, yesterday we had folks from General Services, plumbing, electrical, our ITA department. They know that the cameras need to be updated. They know the security system as far as the mechanism that opens and closes all the doors needs to be upgraded.
Sergeant Catherine Plows gives us a tour and the backstory. The jail was completed in 2010, but at the time did not receive the necessary funding to staff it. Councilman Joe Buscaino was senior lead officer at the time.
One of the mere purposes to run for office was because of the mismanagement of the city in this specific jail facility. How in the heck are you going to build a beautiful, state-of-the-art, green jail facility without having the budget for detention officers?
Without jail staff, the jail has remained closed. Harbor area officers have no choice but to drive 20 miles north to book arrestees at the nearest jail, wasting time and resources.
Every time an officer is taken out of the field, we're not responding to the calls for service here in the Harbor City, Harbor Gateway, Wilmington, and San Pedro communities. So again, we were doing a disservice by not having this resource available to us, and that's going to change now.
Buscaino successfully lobbied for the needed staffing and upgrades to finally open the jail as part of the mayor's new budget. Our tour continues.
A custody assistant would be able to control all the doors within this entire facility. As you can see now, all the equipment is not working. It needs to be replaced. We're actually in a part of Harbor Division that, well, it looks like the jail facility. It's not. It's actually the holding section. This is where they would do a breathalyzer test if it was a DUI suspect, and then they would be placed in one of these cells temporarily and then transported to 77th Division.
But not for long. The soon-to-be-opened jail is conveniently connected to the Harbor Division Police Station.
If you look right behind you, that door right there is the actual door to the jail. So as opposed to driving up to 77th, all they would have to do is walk through that door, drop them off, book them, come back out, and be done.
I'm actually in one of the cells right now. Room for a mattress right over here, sink and toilet right over there. The jail will have enough room to house approximately 300 people when it opens in early 2020.
I'm really proud of the fact that we led that with the community police advisory board under the direction of Mona Sutton, the captain here, Captain McManus at LAPD Harbor Division, Sergeant Plows, our community relations officer in charge. It was a collective effort to demand that we have public safety resources here in the harbor area.
The cost of staffing and upgrades to the soon-to-be-open jail was nearly $2 million, all of it approved in the mayor's budget. Ever since the United States women's national soccer team won the World Cup championship, there's been a lot of talk about gender pay inequity. Now the Los Angeles City Council is leading the nation by trying to do something to level the playing field. Saida Pagan has the story.
Equal pay! Equal pay! Equal pay! Equal pay! Equal pay! Equal pay!
It's simple: equal pay for equal work.
David Rue is among several Los Angeles City Council members who are trying to outlaw gender pay inequity in professional sports competitions in the city.
It is especially embarrassing that even in this day and age that this exists.
A motion introduced by Council President Herb Wesson and co-presented by Council members Nuri Martinez and Monica Rodriguez would ensure equal pay and prize money for professional competitions that require a city permit and feature both men's and women's divisions.
Equal pay, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay, equal pay.
Gender pay inequity has been part of the national conversation since the United States women's national soccer team won a historic 4th World Cup championship. Despite their victory, the women are reportedly paid less than their male counterparts. The women's team has filed a lawsuit alleging pay discrimination. The city of Los Angeles regularly hosts high-profile sporting events, so if gender pay inequity is outlawed here, it could have a major impact. LA City officials say their motion shows the world their commitment to equality.
With Los Angeles seeking to get the next World Cup here in the city of Los Angeles, and the fact that the World Olympics will be here in 2028, it is crucial that the city of Los Angeles fight for equal pay for equal work.
Councilmember Rue has also introduced a resolution supporting a separate U.S. Senate bill. That bill would prohibit the use of federal funds for the 2026 World Cup Games unless the Soccer Federation provides equal pay to female players. Many Angelenos approve of the city's efforts.
I think that is a great precedent to set up for people coming up in the world, and to sort of show that everybody is equal, no matter what you are, men, women, color, race, religion, whatever, that you're the same. And I think that is a fantastic move, and I'm really proud of my city.
My opinion is that, especially in the case where they're administrated by the same body, there would be very little ethical justification for paying them differently based on their gender.
The next step now is for the motion and resolution to be considered by a select group of city council committees.
Several sports organizations already have rules in place that split prize money in an equitable and fair manner. She's a legendary labor leader and an activist for farm workers and women's rights. Dolores Huerta was the special guest at a recent conversation with LA City Attorney Mike Fuhr. Hundreds packed City Hall to hear what she had to say.
Dolores Huerta is a legend. Does everything from the bottom of her heart.
She has been a leader in social justice, a leader in civil rights.
We're unstoppable. You know, our power is just so great.
I think that we measure our accomplishments by how many people are affected by what we do. And I've just been very blessed to work on really big, major issues.
We still have to be proactive. We have to get out in our communities. We have to remind everyone to get involved civically and to engage civically and to donate their time.
We can make things happen. We can make changes, but it also means that all of us together can make it happen. So it's an individual chant, but also a collective chant.
I want people to leave today inspired, not merely about Dolores Huerta's accomplishments, not at all. I want them to be inspired about what they can do.
If the work that you do, if it can help other people, then every second is worth it. Sí se puede, especially in Los Angeles. Sí se puede.
It is the first designation of its kind in Los Angeles. The famed Hollyhock House has been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are a total of 878 World Heritage Sites, and 20 of them are in the U.S. And now, LA joins that list.
Frank Lloyd Wright's Hollyhock House becomes the only cultural treasures designation in the state of California.
It took time. It took patience, but we all made it happen.
We're standing on the great lawn of Hollyhock House, which is located in the heart of Hollywood at Barnsdall Art Park. And we're here to celebrate the UNESCO designation of this iconic Frank Lloyd Wright masterpiece.
The depth and breadth of any society is reflected in its arts and culture. And at a time when the city was, in a sense, looking at the fiscal cliff, this city doubled down on culture.
Having that UNESCO imprimatur means that everybody now will want to see it, and we can't wait to welcome them here.
Many people don't realize that this all sits inside of a public park. Griffith Park is just literally across the street. And you could really have a great day coming here and then going with your family up into the Griffith Park, or just staying here in the park and enjoying the wonders and beauty of this existing park.
Next week, we take a closer look at Hollyhock House and what the designation means for the city of LA. Stay tuned. A new effort to keep e-scooter riders off the sidewalk gets underway. A community cleanup brings neighbors together and city council members push to reduce gun violence. All this in City Beat. LA City Council President Herb Wesson and Councilmember Greg Smith have introduced a resolution in LA City Council calling on the state of California and the federal government to pass legislation that will reduce gun violence in the U.S. The announcement comes on the heels of 3 mass shootings occurring within a month's time. Chinatown in downtown LA got a makeover as a bulky items pickup and area cleanup took place thanks to Councilmember Gil Cedillo's office.
There's always going to be trash around, but if we help clean the community and more people join, it makes LA look nice.
E-scooters are seen everywhere, but many riders don't follow the rules and ride on sidewalks instead of the street. That's why Councilmember Paul Koretz is promoting safe and responsible riding through bright yellow decals in his district, reminding riders that it's illegal to ride on sidewalks.
We want to get the word out that it's both illegal and dangerous, and the city is starting to enforce that regulation.
Last week, we introduced you to some special women who offer a platform for female filmmakers. Now we go behind the scenes to see what it takes to put together the Broad Humor Film Festival.
Like, I wanted her, Michelle, to connect with at least one other character.
And you know, I like the goofy, dark stuff.
This one is one of those ones that's more of a gentle.
You let it in because, or don't you? Because it's not quite funny, ha ha.
Yeah.
We are a festival that it's about giving women opportunities. Mm-hmm. It's a 4-day event. We screen short films, we screen features, web series. We have a screenwriters brunch. We also have a stage reading. That is basically Ocean's 11 meets Top Gun for women.
Well, it's funny. Wait,
it's
I want
really
to see
good.
The first page.
Yeah, all the broads are volunteers. You know, everybody spends the time because A, it's a labor of love. B, half of us are filmmakers, so you know we know what it's like to be on the outside looking in, with great content.
We really have such a huge meter of comedy. Yeah. Like when we first started, remember, it's like real broad humor, like slapstick, remember? Mm-hmm. Broad humor is important because it is still, after 14 years, the only comedy film festival in the world for women writer, women director, filmmakers. There's enough of those festivals that every one of those people that we're not watching are going to get into a festival. Right. We need to keep focused on the women that are going to have a barrier to access to get their movies seen.
And it is definitely validating when a film festival accepts your short. As Michelle said, give them their first film festival laurel, and it's a bonus to meet them and program their film.
And I'm always blown away by the first time writer when they hear their words spoken for the first time by professional actors.
But this is one of the things that makes my life richer, is to be able to give the hand to young and even seasoned and marinated women. They're trying to actually get their voices heard through this medium. That's the reason why I'm there to hear their voices and empower their voices.
I read everything from beginning to end. I watch everything from beginning to end. It's a huge commitment of time. And it's a real struggle to get to that 4-day festival every Labor Day weekend because there's just a handful of us. But when you're in it, it's an incredible feeling of, gratitude. Giving and receiving. People they're so happy that we are here for them, and I'm happy to be here for them.
Are your kids ready for school? Well, a nonprofit called A Place Called Home is making sure low-income kids have all they need for a successful school year.
So today we're doing our 19th annual Backpack to School event, and we are providing free backpacks and school supplies and other educational materials to over 1,800 youth in the community. This event is actually one of the most popular events. In fact, the first family started lining up at 11 a.m. the day before, which is indicative of what the need that we have in this community. Yeah, we have several sponsors, but we also have donors that will do donation drives at their office or at their home.
Our charity is here to help donate items to needy kids. We're here at Backpack 2019, Backpack to School, and we're here just to help the community.
This is such a huge thing for the community to help support the children as they go back to school. And The Place Called Home does a great job and has a lot of resources to help this community with school supplies, backpacks, and just get the kids on the right track and on the right foot for the beginning of the school year.
And it's also very special to make sure that we open our doors on time, make a fun event so that the community members that stayed out there overnight have an enjoyable time and they're comfortable as well.
Oh my gosh, amazing, happy little faces, super excited when they get in here. A little bit overwhelmed because there's a lot to get, but just very happy faces.
Not many parents have enough resources or enough money to be able to buy their kids school supplies or provide them with new backpacks every year. So I think this is helping the kids in our community.
I think it's one less thing for the parent to worry about. It's a relief for them, a little breather, right? So maybe now they can get them something else that they may need because now the school supplies are covered.
For more info on A Place Called Home, visit apch.org. It's a chance for community members, families, and neighbors to spend a night out with local police to boost relations and unite against crime. Here in LA, there were several events, including Union Station.
Today is National Night Out. It's a day where the nation is set aside for the community to become more familiar and engage with their law enforcement and other public safety professionals.
It is an event that's the first Tuesday in August every year in cooperation LAPD and LASD and Long Beach PD. All three of us and Metro Transit Policing are together telling people to come out on their doorsteps, come out and join us here at Union Station. Let the bad guys know that the neighborhood's in charge.
Lots of times the community will actually not have any contact with law enforcement unless it's in a negative tone. An officer's pulling you over for a citation, or you're calling them because there's some type of a dispute, or God forbid something's happening where you're being assaulted or what have you. This is a better way to get to know your police officers, your sheriff's deputies, and your public safety professionals. Just as many of us grew up with the understanding that your police officers, your sheriff's deputies, and other public safety professionals were people that you trusted and that you ran to in the time of crisis. And unfortunately, things have happened to kind of tarnish that image a little bit. But with events like this, maybe we can bring that back.
This is really important. In today's times, we've got some bad things that are occurring, and we don't want to see that happening. If all the neighborhoods join together, if we all join together with law enforcement, with everybody, work cooperatively, our country will be a much safer place.
I think it's amazing because it brings out a bunch of people from every single ethnicity and every single crowd, honestly. It's amazing because you see a lot of fun happening right now. There's children, there's elderly, and even millennials. We're all having a bunch of fun, enjoying all of this fun aspects. It's a great night.
National Night Out is an annual event that takes place in cities across the country. Movies, fresh air, and a summer picnic go hand in hand, especially at the 8th annual Silver Lake Picture Show movie series. Anna Marcos takes us there.
It's been 8 summers of free outdoor movies and counting. And when you see one of these films al fresco, there are some definite must-have items.
So most importantly, we brought popcorn. I love popcorn, make it all the time. So.
And you gotta have it for a movie, right?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Makes sense. It's really nice. Bring the dogs, so it's a fun environment. Love it.
This is our neighborhood, this is our community. These are our people, so it's nice to see everybody kind of bonding over movies, isn't it?
The Silver Lake Picture Show Summer Movie Series has kept growing each year since it started in 2012, with between 4 to 7 movies a summer.
We were a couple of filmmakers who had just finished 2 short films, and we were like, how do we get an audience to see this? In our first year, we used to build our screen out of lumber and canvas. Took 2.5 hours to build, 2.5 hours to take down.
But nowadays, there's a 30-foot state-of-the-art screen. In tonight's film, The Big Lebowski is about to strike. It's a fitting tribute for the last show of the Silver Lake season, as the bowling alley scenes were filmed right in the area at the former Hollywood Star Lanes.
Nobody calls me Lebowski. You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
Not only do you get the big picture here, you get a smaller, artsier one as well, because each film screened here is paired with a short film made by a local filmmaker.
It's a great mix, yeah. These are my kind of people.
And look at that. Looks like someone special is making an appearance tonight. Is that who we think it is? I mean, if it looks like the dude, dresses like the dude, drinks like the dude, is it?
And what are you drinking?
This is Nectar of the Gods, a.k.a. a White Russian.
Another special drop-in visitor, Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, who helps fund the event.
I'm a huge supporter. I am a cinema buff and an arts enthusiast and a supporter of the arts and culture, of course. And so we want to support events like this.
And here's another bit of community spirit. The Silver Lake Picture Show also honors a community group each year with a $1,000 donation. This year, it's St. Anne's, which helps low-income families. All in all, a feel-good kind of night.
Set up a chair, bring a picnic, bring your family, and you've got a free night of entertainment.
And by the way, each May before the start of the season, local filmmakers can submit their short films to get screened before the big film screens. Visit silverlakepictureshow.com. Celebrate Asian culture at a music and arts fest. Roaring Nights returns at the LA Zoo, and Little Tokyo pulls out all the stops for the Nisei Week Japanese Festival. All this in Things to Do. 88 Rising's Head in the Clouds Music and Arts Festival makes a return this summer on August 17th at Los Angeles State Historic Park. Returning for year 2, the festival will be a day-long celebration of Asian youth culture and creativity, highlighting the best in music, food, art, and fashion from around the globe. 88 Rising's Head in the Clouds lands Saturday, August 17th at 3 p.m. For more information, visit 88rising.com. Join the LA Zoo for Roaring Nights, an adults-only multi-genre dance event. This summer party offers interactive art activities, live bands, pop-up zoo talks, and more. Enjoy a silent disco and an open-air lounge with food trucks on site. It's fun for the big kids at Roaring Nights at the Zoo, happening Friday, August 16th, beginning at 6 p.m. For details, visit travelzoo.com. The Gay Men's Choir of Los Angeles celebrates Stonewall at 50. This truly historic concert will feature over 500 singers, including members of the New York City's Gay Men's Chorus and 23 other choruses from around the country, in a performance to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots. GMCLA 40 makes joyful noise at the Walt Disney Concert Hall Friday, August 16th. For tickets, visit gmcla.org. Celebrating 79 years, the Nisei Week Japanese Festival brings the streets of Little Tokyo alive with food, culture, arts, and entertainment. Come experience Japanese culture for 2 whole weekends packed full of free festivities. It's all happening at the 79th Nisei Week Japanese Festival, August 11th, 17th, and 18th at the Japanese American Cultural and Community Center. For more details, visit jaccc.org. Join the Special Needs Network for the 14th Annual Back to School Community Health and Resource Fair. Enjoy a fun-filled day for children with autism, special needs, and communities that serve them. You'll find resource vendors, health and mental health screenings, food, free backpacks, and school supplies. Festivities kick off at the Irvin Magic Johnson Recreation Park. All are welcome at the Special Needs Network's Back to School Fair, Saturday, August 17th, beginning at 10 a.m. For details, visit specialneedsnetwork.org. And that's a look at some things to do. That's it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more of LA This Week.